So we're going to take our beef roast here, cut it up and put it in the slow cooker. And we're going to add some green beans and mashed potatoes on the side. And we're going to turn this into barbecue beef. We're going to turn it into on a bun. So this is our recipe. It's not focusing. Come on. Okay, there we go. So it's gonna take 20 minutes to prepare the meat. Holy cow, I'm shaky. It's gonna make 12 servings, good for our family. And it's gonna take about 8 hours to a half an hour. And we're choosing this recipe because that way we can put it into the slow cooker, and then we can also get work done. So we're gonna cut the beef roast into chunks and then put it in the slow cooker. That way the cuts are evenly cooked through, and that way it crumbles and falls apart into that barbecue beef we want for our bun. Salting the meat to prepare it before we brown it on all sides. What, is you gonna pop them in there? No? So the advantages of slow cooking the meat are it gets nice thoroughly cooked through and it gets an even cook, but the disadvantages is it takes a very long time. Water to help with the slow cooking to get the meat. And then we're also going to add some of this bouillon, about a teaspoon. By the way, this stuff smells awful. About a teaspoon. Just plop her down in there. That looks like tar. Rub it around on your meat. So we're going to set the slow cooker. Then we're going to adjust the time to about 8.5 hours and let it do its thing. So it's been about 8.5 hours. I made my stir fry already while this was going. The meat is now fully cooked and fully braised through. And so now all we have to do is mush it up, and as you can see, it's kind of crumbling already. We got to add the barbecue and then put it on a bun.
Good.
Shredding the meat. So I accidentally didn't get the mashed potatoes on video, but they're just Hungry Jack instant mashed potatoes that we made. And then we just made the green beans, and now we're adding butter to them. So we got the green beans. All we had to do was heat them up, and then we added some butter for some flavor. And now we just got to finish making the beef with the barbecue. Now we add the meat with the barbecue sauce to give it some flavor. Now that I got the buns It's time to make this into a meal. This is the final product. Let's try this. Tastes pretty good. Now we got our mashed potatoes. Good. Green beans. Also good. Overall, say it was a success. But I would try to find a recipe that doesn't really take us long, because 8 hours to prepare a meal with the slow cooker is kind of crazy, but it does taste good.